wait till it's gonna be beautiful. Trust me.
I think you met your match, Stephen A.
I don't.
Hey guys, it's Min from The Art of Verbal War, where people learn to excel in verbal skills. Today, we're going to talk about Lavar Ball, a master of frame control. Now, for those of you who don't know who Lavar Ball is, he's basically a nobody, but he's shot to fame recently on the backs of his 3 college and high school basketball playing sons, who are, I have to admit, pretty exceptional basketball players. But he's not really famous. He's more infamous for making outlandish claims such as, my son Lonzo is better than Steph Curry, or that he himself can beat Michael Jordan in a game of one-on-one. And more recently, he actually claimed that he's going to negotiate a $1 billion contract for his 3 sons with a shoe company. Now, when a lot of people see Lonzo Ball, they see a huckster, but I actually see a master of frame control. He reminds other people of that guy, George Martin, who used to sell the Brooklyn Bridge on a daily basis to people in the early 1900s. Now, he might be a little bit of that, but he's actually someone that you can learn a lot from about this concept of frame control, something that I talk about a lot in my videos. And a lot of you have asked me to teach you more about frame control because it's still a little bit unclear to you what that means and what it is. So today, I'm going to show you a clip from ESPN's First Take in which Lavar Ball appeared. And I believe that in this video, there's going to be a lot for you to learn about frame control. So without further ado, let's go straight to the video. Okay, so let's start this video off by taking a look at Lavar Ball's body language. Frame control is not merely about the words you speak. It actually goes a lot beyond that. It incorporates your body language and your sub-communications. So take a look at his hands. He doesn't have a death grip. He has them very relaxed in front of him. He's very congruent, and you'll see in a lot of different clips how congruent he is.
This guy's a
Y'all finished? Y'all finished? Mr. Ball, good seeing you, man.
So do you see in the scene, Stephen A. Smith has been waiting patiently, like a pit bull, to attack Lavar Ball. And so he goes and says, Mr. Ball, welcome. And Lavar Ball immediately takes the offensive from Stephen A. Smith. He barks at him and then gives him this facial expression that shows he's ready. He's ready for the attack. And in fact, he's going to attack. He's going to take the offensive. He's on the offensive. He's already clowning Stephen A. Smith, who was waiting, in fact, to clown him.
I'm not doing this for me. I got everything I want. So I'm doing this specifically for my boys.
So here in this clip, Lavar Ball specifically shows that all his outlandish behavior is actually has a purpose. And that purpose is not about him. It's actually about his boys. See, when somebody has a purpose, right, when you have a strong conviction about something, then it's very difficult for someone to throw you off, to take the frame from you.
I'm not mad at that, but I'm not letting you get away with that. And here's what I mean.
Talk to me.
So Stephen A. Smith says, I'm not mad about that, but I've got another bone to pick with you. So Lavar Ball says, talk to me. Again, it shows his offensive mindset. He's not defensive at all. He has a purpose, and he knows exactly why he says the things he does. Lavar Ball is not afraid of being questioned, and he's not afraid of being wrong.
But like I said, it's just
Not talking about they ain't gonna come at you like, but they're not gonna come at you like that.
Yes, they ain't gonna come at me like that. And this is what I tell my boy. Right. Whatever I say.
So here in this clip, Stephen A. Smith is trying to throw Lavar off, but Lavar just keeps his own pace, his own speed. He just keeps answering the question. He doesn't let Stephen A. Smith throw him off. His pace and his vocal tone is never rushed, and he never changes it, no matter how hard Stephen A. Smith is trying to throw him off. And if you notice, he's always taking his time answering questions at the pace that he wants.
Regret.
You know what?
You gonna beat Michael Jordan? You taking one-on-one? Really?
Michael Jordan?
Really? I'm just saying, you would take Michael Jordan one-on-one?
Like I told you,
you know better than that.
No, you know better than that.
Gentlemen.
Do you see in this exchange, Lavar never backs down. No matter how hard Stephen A. Smith is trying to throw him off, no matter how loud he gets, Lavar gets even louder and shuts him down.
Neither of you listen. Let's take a timeout.
You take a timeout.
You
got some questions.
Who said timeout? I already know what timeout is.
You're going to learn today.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
I got some more questions.
The moderator calls for a timeout, And LaVar Ball immediately says, like, he goes on the offensive, I don't even know what timeout is. And you see how he smiles, and he's just having a good ass time being on the show. That's called controlling the frame. See how LaVar is always having a good time, no matter how hard anybody is questioning, no matter how much heat is brought his way, he's just having a good time. He doesn't look like he's facing an execution squad. Am I right?
Listen, ain't nobody really beat me in hand one-on-one.
Marcellus took you the distance.
He's arguing with Stephen A. Smith about his crazy assertion that he can beat Michael Jordan in one-on-one. And at 9:48, you see the look on his face. He has this all-knowing smirk. He's basically just having fun. You can tell that he's just kidding. But Stephen A. Smith, he's all serious. Look at this. And again, you see that LaVar is just having fun. He's probably not serious. He's totally controlling the frame.
I let him be 6'4". He's still shorter than my boy. Long arms? Can he jump? Can he run? Not like my boy. Let me tell you something.
In this exchange, he's again arguing with Stephen A. Smith, and this time about his assertion that his son is better than Steph Curry. And when he's asked about it, he reframes, right? He says, can he run? Can he jump? And we know that Steph Curry is not extremely fast, and he's not a very high jumper. He doesn't have a great vertical leap. So he's basically reframed this challenge from not how good his son Lonzo is, but basically about how much better he is than Steph Curry at running and jumping.
Something is wrong with you.
Yes,
sir.
I'll tell you what's wrong with you. I keep talking to you. Max, next.
You go ahead.
Okay, you see how that other interviewer is like laughing because he knows he's just clown Stephen A. Smith here. Stephen A. Smith says, something's wrong with you, and LaVar says, yes. He basically turns it around completely on Stephen A. Smith. You know what's wrong? It's because I keep talking to you. And he says, next. And then LaVar turns to face the other interviewer. And the other interviewer is basically cracking up. Basically, he's taking control of the entire show and become the moderator and deciding who gets to talk to him. What he often does is break the rules of engagement. And someone who's good at frame control is someone who knows that he can play with the rules of engagement.
Shaking their finger at you. Now you have to start doing things differently.
Yes.
Does that outrage you at all?
Outrage me no, not at one point. I'm going to get me some donuts after this. I'm going to take me a hell of a nap. It ain't going to bother me at all.
Sounds like a good life to me.
In this clip, he's talking about not being outraged. He's just showing that he's completely relaxed. He's going to go get some donuts, and then he's going to take one hell of a nap. It ain't going to bother me at all. I mean, this is basically an insight into his mindset, right? No matter how much the external world is pressuring him, he's going to just take a nap. He has no problem sleeping.
Can y'all be quiet so I can hear this lady talk?
Thank you.
Now he running the show.
Look,
You mentioned
Again, LaVar takes control and says, will you guys just shut up so I can hear this lady talk? And then you've got Stephen A. Smith here complaining that, oh, and now he's running the show. Again, LaVar Ball shows that he's not afraid to break the rules of engagement. He's taking control of the entire frame of the entire show.
Who do you really compare Lonzo to as a player, if anybody in the league right now, in terms of his game?
Nobody.
So the lady asks him, who do you compare Lonzo to in today's game? And he says, nobody. He feels free not to answer questions in the way they're posed. Again, rules of engagement don't apply to him.
Because Alonzo takes a little bit of everybody. Like I told him.
Or even who
way
does he take a
before.
little bit of?
I said, Lonzo was magic with a jump shot. What I mean by that is everybody wants to play with him.
Now, did you hear what he said about Lonzo? He said Lonzo is magic with a jump shot. He's developed a narrative, okay, for what he's trying to promote. That Lonzo is magic with a jump shot. And once you have a narrative, right, and going back a few minutes back, when you have a purpose, then you've set up a strong frame that's very difficult for anybody to impeach. So to recap, you want to have a strong narrative, and you also want to have an underlying purpose and passion for what you're saying.
I will do that.
Song.
I will do
I
that.
don't know how LaVar did this.
Oh, Lord.
But he is the greatest.
Oh,
It's going to be beautiful. Trust
I
me.
think you met your match, Stephen A.
Right here, the female moderator says, I think you've met your match, Stephen A. It's clear. LaVar Ball is a master of frame control.